Anastasia. This is the self-made palette. I got this like a couple weeks before it like disappeared from Sephora, so I took my time with deciding if I wanted to buy this or not, but I'm super glad I did. I have a huge dent, and this is Lush shade, and then I hit Pan and Buttery, so I use this shade, I use this palette a lot. I think the packaging is really cool. I think the shades are definitely unique. A lot of people say that this doesn't give them inspiration, but honestly, this gives me a lot of inspiration. I'm like, it forces me to look at like this deep purple and this like turquoise blue, and it just forces me to just step outside my comfort zone, so I'm super glad I got my hands on this before it disappeared. Now this is one that I wish they would keep forever. This is ABH The Master Palette by Mario. This is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist palette, so everybody just fell in love with it. But a lot of people didn't. I mean, they thought that these shades were super basic, but the minute they tried the formula, they swatched these, this is such a good palette. My favorite brown in the entire universe, I swear, is this Lula shade. It looks so basic, but when you put it in your crease, it just creates like a perfect shadow. I sound crazy, but honestly, that's my favorite brown of all time. Haven't used this to its full potential just because it gets lost, but the quality is there. There's a lot of kick up though, but just such a pretty eyeshadow palette, so I love this. This Anastasia Beverly Hills one is called the World Traveler palette, or like Shadow Couture. Now this palette is maybe a couple years old, but this is when I was buying all my eyeshadow palettes. Like, I went through a phase, guys, where I was just I swear I bought a new one like every week or like every couple days. But this is what it looks like. Has a couple staple shades that you can still get, like Fudge, Morocco, Pink Champagne. Like, she has these in singles, but you can't actually get this palette anymore, but I'm glad I got my hands on it. I'm kind of mad that I don't have the artist palette because I saw it in Sephora and I definitely contemplated it, and I was like, I don't need it because it had that weird yellow in it. But looking back, I wish I had that one too, but again, a great palette. Love the packaging. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my Juvia's Place palettes. These are relatively new to my collection. I just, jumped on the bandwagon because everybody was raving about these. So this first one is the first one that they launched. It's called the Nubian. And you can kind of tell that this is the first one they launched because it doesn't have the names of the shades on the packaging. Her formula is amazing for the price. These are really inexpensive shadows, or palettes rather. And the formula is just, guys, just look at those metallic shades. Like, you can just tell by the way they look in the pan, like, how good they're going to be. The mattes are buttery, they're blendable. So that was the Nubian. Then she came out with the Nubian 2, which is a lot larger. And even the size of the pans are a lot bigger. But still the same amazing quality. Just like a really unique choice of colors here. And then she released the Masquerade Mini. No, she just released the Masquerade palette, which is like a bigger size of this. But I went ahead and just picked up the mini size because I didn't feel like I needed that big of pans. These are just amazing. Kathleenlights was raving about this palette, and I see why. Just the formula, just everything about these is just stunning. So then the last one she came out with is called the Saharan. And just really colorful, pretty packaging here. And you can tell that this is a lot newer because all of the shades are written on the palette. But guys, this brand has me hooked. I know, and I saw that they're making a new one called the Magic. I'm super excited. I'm gonna buy it as soon as I can. But anyways, these palettes are to die for. This Buxom Palette, everybody talks about how the Naked palette was like the first palette that they bought. This is one of the ones I remember that was like new to my collection, just starting out. This is the customizable pans, and maybe it wasn't like one of the first. I don't remember, but I remember just being so excited about these, and then I barely touched them. But these actually pop out from the back, if I can do it. So they pop out like that, and then you can like lift these and like insert the ones that you would like. So you just build your own palette, and then once you're done, you just slide it in. and bam. I only picked up the metallic shades because I didn't need matte shadows at that point in my life. I had enough, so I just wanted her metallics. But not something I use anymore, but I'm just going to hang on to because why not? This is the Too Faced in Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. They recently just came out with like the Too Faced Honey palette, and because I don't use this one very often, I don't think I'm going to get that one. But this one's still super cute, smells really, really yummy, smells like peanut butter and chocolate. And I just think it's a really cute idea. And they get people with the packaging and just like the cute idea, not even like the shadows, even though the shadows in this tin packaging here are usually always good. It's usually like the holiday palettes that are not good, but you really can't go wrong because they have like the warmer tones that people are like into. So let me get you guys so you can see. There we go. But anyways, it's just such a great palette. Okay guys, so my camera died, so the lighting might have changed a little bit, but I'm going to kind of speed this up because I'm losing lighting. So I have all three, no, I don't have all of them. I have the Naked 1, the Naked 3, and the Naked Smoky palettes. I don't know why I was never attracted to the Naked 2, but my Naked palette is definitely not beaten up. It didn't get as much love as a lot of people have given it because this wasn't one of my first palettes. When I bought this, I had a lot of other palettes to use, so it wasn't like beaten to a pulp, if you know what I mean. So that's that one. The Naked 3, that's one of my favorite packaging. I love the sound that makes. I don't know why, I'm just OCD. Like, I don't know, I'm not OCD, I really love the sound of that, like, clown. I don't know, okay, I'm weird. But anyways, these blushy tones are really, really pretty for like formal season, prom, wedding season. I don't know. I just really, really love this palette. A lot of people don't because it makes them look sick, but I like it. I think it's pretty. And then this Naked Smoky palette, I actually get a lot of use out of this. A lot of people declutter this because they don't do like smoky eyes enough. But I think it's awesome. I mean, it's cool because they don't have like a black. That means that you don't have to have a black to have a smoky eye. It gives you tons of different darker shades. You have metallics in here. You have some mattes over here to really create your look. I think this is an awesome palette, and I don't agree with people who declutter this because I think it's awesome. The packaging is beautiful. Has like a really secure, like, you know, high quality packaging to it. So definitely not decluttering, well, anything, but I don't know why people declutter this. It's beautiful. I'm going to stick with the Urban Decay theme for now. This is the only Vice palette that I have from Urban Decay. They've come out with tons of different Vice palettes, but this again was out when I was on my palette buying season. This packaging is amazing. Like, this is almost like 3D, and it's different colorful, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but this is the Vice 4. Absolutely stunning. I love this palette so, so much. You have your matte shades in here. You have your metallic shades, definitely unique. I don't have a lot of different shades like this in one palette. So I love this. One of my favorite bulkier palettes. And I actually do get my fair amount of use out of this. I just have to really force myself to look through my palettes because this orange shade right here is beautiful. It's like an orange gold copper reflect. So I love that one too. Okay, so this next one is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. This had so many mixed reviews on YouTube. A lot of people bought it for the packaging, and then now they're decluttering it for some strange reason. I think it's just because of the color selection. I think a lot of people have these taupey, you know, natural looking shades, and they just don't get the right use out of this. I think this is beautiful. The shades are buttery. I mean, Gwen Stefani, I think she killed it. I love this palette so much. I need to use it a lot more because I don't use it as much as I should, but this palette is beautiful. This is the new Lorac palette that just came out for spring. This is called the Beauties Who Brunch palette, and this is one of those pastel palettes that I was talking that I have in my collection. The lighting is like washing this out. There we go. You can just see that there's tons of different like pastel-y, you know, very light shades. I think if you have a darker complexion or like a more deeper skin tone, these are not really going to show up on you. I've used this a couple times, and you have to definitely pack these shades on. Definitely don't have the the pigment I was hoping for, but I still think that this palette is beautiful. I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can really see. So this palette has really, really cute names. They have like stuff that you would find at brunch. So they have like avocado toast, gluten-free, hot sauce, Bloody Mary. So I think this is such a pretty palette. The shades are not really true to color right now because of my lighting, but this has like a holographic packaging to it, and I think it's a cute idea that Lorac came out with, so I'm really happy that I got my hands on this. Alrighty, now this mini palette is called the Alter Ego palette. They had a lot of these in different like themes, I guess. This one's called Free Spirit, and I actually got this at Nordstrom Rack on sale, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll pick it up. I mean, it's really, really powdery. The metallic shades are not very good, but I mean, I still use the mattes once in a while, and I like how small and compact it is, and it has like this really nice matte packaging to it, so I don't use it as often as I should. This next Lorac palette I also got at Nordstrom Rack. This is actually an exclusive to them. What is this called? This is called the Refined Romance Eye Cheek palette. I think it's a really pretty like packaging, and I think it's a cool idea because you have like your 6 eyeshadows and then you have some face powders here. I don't use this quite as often as I would like, but I mean, I still like that I have it in my collection because it's definitely unique to Lorac. I don't usually see packaging like this. And the last Lorac palette I have is the original Lorac Pro palette. Oh yes, I have beaten this to death. These are very powdery, like I said in previous videos, and I've said this in this video, that these are just kind of hard to work with. They can be a mess, they can have a lot of fallout, but I find the metallic shades to be very, very pretty. So yes, definitely well loved for that one. This Beauty Killer Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette, I bought this right before the Androgyny palette came out, and I don't use this a lot, so I didn't think I would like really use the Androgyny palette even though I wanted it. It's a really, really sleek, cute packaging. It's light pink. These pans are humongous, I swear. Like, you get a lot of product in these, and these are actually pretty good. I mean, I've had eyeshadows that are way more buttery, more pigmented, but I mean, they're nice. They really are. I feel like he just gets a lot of hate because of, I mean, who he is as a person. He's not very nice, but I mean, he does make good makeup, so I really do like this palette. I just need to use it a little bit more. Another controversial palette was this Royal Peach Kylie palette. Now, I am completely opposite. I love this thing so much. A lot of people said it smells weird, and honestly, it just smells like chemical, which is what a lot of other eyeshadows smell like. So I think she's just getting a lot of hate because she's Kylie Jenner, honestly. But you can see I've actually really used this a lot. I've hit pan on this top shade here. The metallics are pretty, the mattes blend. I think this is really a nice palette, and if you want to try some Kylie cosmetics, I feel like you should pick this palette up. I don't have any of the burgundy palettes or any of her lip kits, but this palette was a really good first impression for me. Like, I really do use this and I really do enjoy it. So I have a Makeup Geek and Manny MUA palette. This was super hard to get my hands on because everybody wanted it, and I feel like I'm the only person in the world that this shade right here is horrible. Like, I feel like it's dry, it doesn't blend. I just feel like I got a really, like a bad one, I think, because I don't know, like this shade right here is beautiful. All the metallics, some of the mattes are good, but some of them are just dry and patchy. So I love this palette, but some of the shades are just not very good. But I think it's just mine because a lot of people loved the formula of this, so I think I just got like a bad one. But anyways, this next one is another collaboration palette. This is the Morphe and Kathleenlights one. This is a really great affordable palette, and it's Kathleenlights, so I kind of wanted to support her because she is just so, so sweet. This palette is really, really good though. It's Morphe quality. Some of the metallic shades are just amazing. The mattes blend out, so I mean, I really think it was worth my money because this is a lot cheaper than like the 35 palettes, but cute packaging, and it's Kathleenlights, so I definitely wanted to support her. Another tin pan of the Too Faced, and I got this at Nordstrom Rack on sale, and it was cute because they came with stickers and you got to kind of customize it yourself. So I stuck those stickers on wherever I wanted to, and I really didn't think I would use this, guys. I bought this just to collect it because it was on sale, but then I really found myself loving this middle shade called, is it called? Yeah, it's called Shooting Star. I have used this so much I might hit pan right there. I don't know why I didn't think I was going to love this, because the mattes are amazing. I just don't use those as much. But I'm really glad I bought this because, I mean, I'm using it and I didn't think I would. So the last palettes, I can't believe I made it to the end, but I have the Too Faced palettes. I have the Chocolate Bonbons, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and then I have the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette. So I'm going to start with this Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. How cute is the packaging? I needed it. It came out in like the winter time, so it was just really, really a cute idea. A lot of people are now decluttering this because they don't like cool toned shadows, and it just bugs me because why would you buy this if you don't like cool toned shadows? Like, that's what the whole thing is. But anyways, whatever. I like it for a change. I think the pans are cute. I think the idea is really cute. The quality is, I mean, it's good. I mean, I have better eyeshadows, but I mean, I just think that this is just so cute. Why would you get rid of it if you spend all the money? So the next one I have is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Love the smell of all of these, but this is just super, super like potent. Like, you smell this the minute you open this up. But I've gotten my fair use out of this. I need to pick it up more because I really do like it. A lot of people don't understand where they were going with these tones, but I understand because it's just like the bruised peach or whatever. I mean, this is very, very hyped up, and I don't think it's worth the hype, but looking at the big picture, it's a super, super cute palette, good quality eyeshadows, so like that one. And then the final one is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. I've been getting my fair use out of this. You can see in this coconut cream here, I have like a big dent right there. I've almost hit pan in this peanut butter shade. I've been using this a lot more just because I've kind of neglected it over the years or so. So I picked this up a lot more and I've really been loving it. The formula is amazing, and I don't know why I haven't been using this more. So I've been making it an effort to use my Too Faced tin pan like eyeshadow palettes because they're truly, truly good quality. So that pretty much completes this humongous eyeshadow palette collection. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.